What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite. For a spicy video to start off the brand new week, we're going to be talking about the brand new updates over in Black Ops Cold War, new information about Modern Warfare 3 Campaign Remastered surprisingly, and even some surprises about the upcoming Vanguard 2021 reveal event. Definitely stay tuned, but before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, because about 60% of you that watch my videos aren't subscribed, so make sure you guys are getting notifications every time I update you on Black Ops Cold War. But the last couple of days have been strange to say the least. Energy across the entire Call of Duty community has been fairly divisive and almost at an all-time low ever since the new lawsuit got revealed from major news outlets out there. Let's hope for somewhat of a complete 180 this week in terms of community energy and coming together to stand up for what's right and to address the situation the right way, not milking the topic just for the sake of doing so, but making sure that the victims have their voices heard and they have the floor over any content creator out there. But if you do, however, want to hear my thoughts on the brand new Activision lawsuit, I went over it in some pretty extensive detail in the video that I posted last night. I'll have it linked down below in the description. But since the lawsuit initially got dropped a couple of days ago, all of Activision Blizzard's social media channels, Call of Duty, some of the COD studios, Blizzard, some of their profiles, they've all been silent over on Twitter, in case you guys haven't noticed yet. They released a weekly blog post as of today on Call of Duty's website, but didn't tweet about it at all. It was just dead silent. So, as Charlie Intel also confirmed, 1,000 current and former employees of Activision Blizzard have signed a letter to the company's executives calling out the statements issued over the California lawsuit. And if I had to predict anything to you guys out there, I would say that we'll at least hear some form of update later this week, whether it's a message of the day in Call of Duty, some of their other projects, or maybe at the latest on August the 3rd during their next investors call, they'll mention this somehow in a safe way where it doesn't jeopardize the case they have to present over in court at some point soon. There is no official court date set, so for those out there that think they're going to delay upcoming projects, DLCs, Vanguard reveals because of the suit, I guarantee you that's not going to be the case. This suit's going to take many years to resolve. At least that's what I'm thinking right now. So I think they're just going to find a way to approach this and respond to it. I think the corporate response they provided so far just wasn't appropriate whatsoever. So let's see if they can fix that in the next couple of weeks to get back on track. In my video last night, I also mentioned how as of now, to our limited understanding, these issues may not be happening in the Call of Duty department and the Call of Duty side of things at all over at Activision. It seems like this was the Blizzard part of it where World of Warcraft is made. And that may or may not be the case when more information is released soon, but let's not put a blanket over every developer when there are most definitely innocent employees who don't deserve to be laid off because you just want to make a point or you want to rant about anti-cheat. Not everybody that's working at these companies is responsible for some of the disgusting behavior that was alleged a couple of days ago. We'll talk more about that at some point soon when there's new updates, but a World of Warcraft developer did say over on Twitter recently that development has stopped completely on that game. So if this does affect other studios, even the ones that had no involvement with these allegations at all, then I'm concerned about the employees and their well-being, right? Having to be laid off for a situation that they had nothing to do with is pretty catastrophic the way I look at it. So the priorities lie amongst the victims first. I totally agree with that, but let's hope that everybody out there who works under the Activision umbrella doesn't get affected by this in some harmful way that may take weeks upon months upon years to resolve. We don't want to see that at all. But here's the thing, right? If it does affect every studio out there under Activision, then it may impact the release dates of Season 5 and 6 for Black Ops Cold War, the Vanguard reveal event, the marketing for that game. I wouldn't expect their largest franchise to put off a new Call of Duty, even with these allegations, but hey, never say never, right? Anything can happen. The past year and a half has been ridiculous for every faction of the industry, whether it's movies, games, TV shows, etc. But now when it comes to some better news about Black Ops Cold War, we did get a weekly blog post, as I said, but there were no tweets mentioning this at all. You may have missed this. So we got confirmation of Treyarch's latest gunfight tournament, which kicks off on July 29th with new and exclusive in-game rewards to win by completing all 4 rounds of competition. So I am curious if we'll end up getting any animated camo rewards of sorts, considering we just got one for the PlayStation exclusive mode Onslaught Accelerated. Upon killing, I think, 20 elites in that new mode, you got an animated camo for the M60. It's not reactive, but it is still animated, similar to some of the classic animated packs we used to get during the Black Ops 2 season. And that's the thing, right? I hope we start seeing some animated rewards for going through some of the sweaty brackets of gunfight. It's not easy, and I would say a plain old blueprint isn't going to cut it for some of those matches out there. But next up, we have the Season 4 fan favorite Collateral Combined Arms 24/7 playlist, also returning this week, featuring Black Ops Cold War's biggest 12v12 arena packed with dirt bikes, FAVs, and a fully loaded Hind helicopter to go ahead and command across a mix of intense combined arms modes. If you're looking to get those Dark Ops challenges mastered, then this is the mode for you. We also have the 3v3 Gunfight Snipers Only mosh pit, replacing Gunfight Blueprints for sharpshooter trios looking to go head-to-head with randomized sniper loadouts. Also starting on July the 30th, 30th through August the 2nd, get double weapon XP and discounted battle pass tiers all weekend long in Black Ops Cold War and Warzone. So correct me in the comments, but literally every single weekend is an XP event of sorts, which to me is great for the entire community, right? Doesn't mean the player base is low or anything, but there's something a little bit different this year by incorporating more XP events, whether it's regular leveling XP, weapons, or even double battle pass tiers. So expect more of these events nearly every single weekend going forward. Now, I will say this is a bit of a dry week in terms of actual content, but considering pretty much everything on the Season 4 roadmap has dropped already, I wouldn't expect anything aside from bundles for the next 2-ish weeks. But hey, if no delays happen, then we should be getting some Season 5 marketing as soon as next week, or at least the end of next week, since August the 11th is the supposed start date of that season. But I'm sure if a delay is going to happen for Season 5, we'll hear more about it on the upcoming Activision investors call. Now, also be on the lookout for a spicy video dropping in a few days, recapping everything you should expect in Season 5 of Black Ops Cold War for every mode in the game, multiplayer, zombies, and of course Warzone. Now, we also got the exciting news about the Weaver Operator and Tracer pack that is finally going to be releasing this week, presumably tomorrow, but I could be mistaken on that. And it does of course come with a zombies pet and finishing move. It also comes with 3 legendary weapon blueprints, the Desolation Assault Rifle, the Desert Heat SMG, both featuring blue and purple tracer fire, can't wait to see that, and the highly lethal Crossbow Collector special weapon. You guys know blue is my color, so gonna have to pick up this pack, aside from also having the zombies pet follow you around and some in-game lobbies for multiplayer and Warzone. I think without a doubt, this will probably be one of the more successful bundles in all of Black Ops Cold War and Warzone combined. We're also going to be getting the Tracer Pack Firestorm Maxis Mastercraft bundle, bit of a mouthful, an 8-item Maxis collection that will set your enemies on fire. Featured in the bundle are the Ultra Phoenix Inferno Assault Rifle Mastercraft, legendary Firebrand Pistol, both featuring gold and red tracer fire, and fire elemental damage in zombies without even having to pack a punch, in case you guys forgot about that. Aside from Maxis' Heat Seeker Operator skin, you can also obtain the Immolated Souls Kill Tracker Wristwatch, the Combustion Dirt Bike Vehicle skin, From Flames Animated Calling Card, the Firestorm Animated Emblem, and the Phoenix Gem Charm. Lastly, we have the Magma Fury bundle featuring Knight's Ultra Magma Operator skin. Also included are 3 legendary weapon blueprints featuring gold tracer rounds, the Sunburst effects, and fire elemental damage in zombies as well. We also have a tactical rifle, SMG, and a pistol in there. Also includes the stat tracking Heat Check wrist accessory, the Magma Wave vehicle skin, a emblem, and a devastating finishing move there at the end. So I'll put some images on screen thanks to COD Tracker, who've already provided what's going to be included in this pack. Now also keep in mind I'll be doing more giveaways on the channel and some future live streams I'll be doing probably in the next couple days or so, where I'll give away some of the more popular bundles in this game, including some of the new ones I listed just a few minutes ago. And keep in mind you are limited to about 3 gifts per day, so let me know in the comments what you guys are in need of, whether it's a battle pass or one of these upcoming bundles that you're interested in. So we then got a surprise update from infamous insider, the Modern Warfare 2 Ghost, who shockingly claimed the following about Modern Warfare 3 Campaign Remastered. He got a report that Activision has broken contract with Sony pertaining to Modern Warfare 3, and this essentially means they can probably just bundle it with COD 2021 and have it released on both platforms at once. Just an example, he'll update more when he can. So if you guys are a bit unaware about this, in about 2016, Sony and Activision signed a deal to remaster the entire Modern Warfare trilogy, but to release it exclusively for about a month on PlayStation first before it comes to all other platforms. We saw this already with Modern Warfare 1, Modern Warfare 2, we still have yet to see the release of Modern Warfare 3, and I would have assumed that would have dropped by now since the original rumor for this was that it would have released in Q2 of 2021, but it didn't. So I'm curious if this is what he's talking about here, where the contract was broken. I don't think the lawsuit that just got filed a couple of days ago has anything to do with this, but hey, you never know, maybe it does. Maybe that's why you're hearing about it right now, but I would hope this would drop before the end of the summer, since bundling it with Vanguard as a pre-order bonus doesn't seem like the right move to me, right? A game that's apparently a sequel to World War II 2017 being bundled with the third Modern Warfare game that isn't even canon to the new Modern Warfare just doesn't seem right to me, but maybe if the pre-order sales are low, they're going to consider bundling all this together. I wouldn't be surprised about that whatsoever. Now, I would say, since it doesn't have multiplayer anyway, what's really the holdup with this? If I had a campaign remaster sitting on a shelf, I would probably drop this in between any dry periods for the current Call of Duty. For example, right now, the next week and a half or 2 weeks are going to be a bit dry for Black Ops Cold War until Season 5 releases, so now is a good time to just say, you know what, let's boost some sales a little bit and drop Modern Warfare Warfare 3, but because of the lawsuit, they probably are going to push it back a little bit further now, if I had to take a guess. But we then got some very curious Georges in the community who confirmed today that we have the characters of Kingsley, Kitsune, and Surge, which are the internal names for the next season's operators for Black Ops Cold War and Warzone. Seems to be heavily inspired off of Japanese folklore and other imagery. So I know we've gotten some Japanese-inspired outfits or even season themes for Call of Duty Mobile, and if those are successful, then I wouldn't be surprised if Activision is like, alright, let's go ahead and try some of that out for the mainstream series, Black Ops Cold War, future titles to come. Mixing and matching different themes or modes and characters to see what sticks is really what they're going to be doing over the next couple of years. I mean, for example, they are bringing Outbreak to COD Mobile to some extent in the form of a tower defense-like zombies experience taking place in the Battle Royale map, whereas Outbreak and Black Ops Cold War takes place on the Fireteam maps that are considered the bigger mode for multiplayer. And let's see how that all works out in the future, but taking a look at placeholder names for Season 4, as a bit of an example, we had names like Deathstalker and Komodo. Deathstalker was Jackal, and Komodo, I guess, was referencing Salah, who came with a Komodo dragon finishing pet over in his bundle. So we'll see what this translates to once we get a reveal for Season 5 relatively soon. It's interesting though to think about, right? If we're gonna get a Japanese themed season, how does that really work with the map Echelon that's set in Berlin, right? That's over in Germany, so I'm curious how they're gonna mix and match certain themes to fit whatever vibe they're going for in the following season. We'll talk more about upcoming operators in my dedicated Season 5 roadmap video dropping later this week. We also got confirmation in the blog post earlier today that Call of Duty Mobile Season 6 of The Heat releases on July 29th at 5 a.m. Pacific and the 29th at 8 p.m. EST, the 30th for 1 a.m. UK. It includes a new limited time Undead Siege Zombies mode, where you can scavenge for your base and evade the undead by night, taking place in the Battle Royale map Isolated. I'll be covering this as much as you guys want me to. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in any new updates for Call of Duty Mobile, whether it's this new tower defense mode or even the new round-based maps coming to COD Mobile probably next couple of weeks. I would say we'll get some more round-based maps in COD Mobile before we get DLC 4 for Black Ops Cold War, which is set to drop at some point in September. Now lastly, we got an update on the Vanguard reveal event over in Verdansk. So another curious George in the community posted what I'm going to put on screen, which is that the event is going to be huge in capital letters and will feature AC-130s. Now the AC-130s could be placeholders for something else that isn't complete yet for the event, but if we're going to get AC-130s, then I'm a bit optimistic about what the campaign storyline is going to be in Call of Duty Vanguard, right? I mean, there were rumors before about the game also covering a bit of the Korean War, the 50s and 60s, and from my understanding, AC-130s weren't used until the 60s, so how's that going to work, right? Will they just find a creative way to incorporate AC-130s into a World War II era game? I'm already going to just guess, based on the slipstream information we got in the past, that this game won't be covering real history World War II, but instead a unique take on the war we've never seen in the Call of Duty franchise before. It may not be a sequel to the previous World War II installment, but may go in a different direction where World War II never ended, the Nazis won, and then that somehow impacts whatever happens in the Korean or Vietnam Wars for this storyline. But if Vanguard is canon to Black Ops Cold War and Modern Warfare, I'm not sure how this is going to work exactly. But without a doubt, I'm very excited for the reveal event, which is probably going to be at some point, at least in Season 5, at some point in August for Call of Duty Warzone. The event for Black Ops Cold War's reveal last year was fantastic, a great start to Activision trying live events for their Battle Royale, trying to adopt that Fortnite energy, but with the Nuke event a couple of months ago, it just was a bit too underwhelming for my taste, and for most of the community, right? A lot of people felt that way. I think the pandemic hit them a lot harder than we all thought, and it impacted their ability to do a really proper live event for the introduction of Verdansk 84, but as was confirmed by VGC News, they've had a lot more time to work on the Warzone integration for Call of Duty Vanguard than they did for Black Ops Cold War, so keep your fingers crossed for a reveal sooner rather than later. I'll put the reveal dates on screen of many previous Call of Duty titles thanks to Drifter. We should be fairly close to a reveal by now. We're probably not going to get a pawn takes pawn like marketing campaign, but something a bit different and hopefully is more energetic than the reveal event that we got last year. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave our thoughts down below in the comments section. What are your thoughts on the new updates coming to Black Ops Cold War this week? How do you feel about the potential Modern Warfare 3 campaign remastered being bundled with Vanguard? How do you feel about AC-130s potentially being part of the Vanguard reveal event over in Verdansk? Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.